A human being is one who is comprised of a mind and a body. A mind informs you of what you should do in everyday's life before every moment of our activities. The mind informs you what you should do, what you don't do, what you need, what is not your need, how you are going about your day's activities without mind or with the mind. So, mind plays a very important role in human being. In all other living beings, there is no mind at all. Man alone has the mind to see the unseen by his insight. Insight is most important than outward vision. When I begin to speak, what my mind tells me is speak precisely, speak to the point, speak the good things, speak clearly from whatever you have gone through in your life, and speak from your experience, and speak from your experience what you have gained as good and evil. Do not say for the sake of saying without you assessing yourself first. So I begin to speak the truth. This is how we will start our day. We will be abiding by our mind. We will not let our speeches and activities loose without having any concrete basis or evidence. So, what does your mind say now? How my life is going to be from this moment onwards for the rest of my life? How is this day going to be? Mind is asking you. And what I should do. You don't do anything what you had done until yesterday. Today is a new day. You have to begin your new life today. But we are mechanical. All the while we have been doing whatever we used to do. We carry it forward. Our past knowledge and experiences, we carry them forward. So, what is new about today? You are living in a day that is already dead for you because you are carrying forward whatever you have been doing all the while. Is this life advisable for us or not? The mind must answer before we start doing our business. You want to be busy all the day or you want to be easy all the day? What does your mind command? But you have in your mind that you have to be very busy all the time. No, the mind says be easy. Now the confrontation starts between the mind and the body. Mind wants one thing for sure, but what you are embarking upon is a very difficult situation, very difficult process and project. You are projecting yourself towards hardship. This is not the case. So be very well off in the mind. Don't be despaired about anything. Never lose hope. Always have the prayerfulness in your mind. Whatever you want, you wish for it. That is the prayer. So, what is impossible for you is imparted to you by God. This is your need. I say business is my life. God says easiness is your need. I have no means to fulfill my life with easiness. But through hardship, I have been earning something and I think I can do something in my life and I think I can survive. What do you mean by survival then? Eating food, but it doesn't give you the benefits of your life, benefits of your earning. It causes so much harm to you. Your own food becomes inimical to your nature. It causes diseases and discomforts to you. Whether this discomfort is caused by the mind or the discomfort is caused by the food that you have taken, you have consumed. The food is not agreeing to you. It is not being digested. It becomes harmful to you. What are you earning for then? And you say such and such food is not admissible to me and I have to starve. Though I like the food, I have to starve on the particular food. I cannot take that particular food. And slowly, I am not able to take even whatever people normally take. And finally, the whole food becomes forbidden to me. And I restrict all the food. Almost, I am starving every day. The starving is not restraining from food, but restraining from the taste. That is the real starving. You take the food that tastes you or that doesn't taste you. We want food only for the taste. Taste is energy, not the food. Taste is energy, not the food. You cannot take the mud. You cannot take the clay. You cannot eat the sand. You cannot eat the leaf, but there must be some taste in it. You are dejected if a tasteless food is given to you every day. Your life becomes vexed. I don't want to live with this food. What's the point if I don't take the food to my taste? That taste is given to you in a proper measure, then that food gives you so much of energy and so much of goodness in the heart. I feel pleasant after taking the tasty food. If I don't take the tasty food, I become very angry. My tempers are lost. So I became very bad in the society. The taste is important for the proper energy. The taste gives you the energy to the mind. Taste is not visible, mind cannot be seen, tongue plays a very important role, and more than the taste, flavor is important. That flavor is scenting the food. If there is no scent, no taste. That's the scenting the food is even more important than tasting the food. So flavor is the ultimate essence, not even the taste. So don't mask the scent of your food, the flavor of your food, by increasing the taste of the food. Now every food will be agreeing to you. Every food will be digestible to you. Every food will give you the energy, much needed energy to the mind first, then to the body. Without mind, there is no energy. Energy is in the body or energy is in the mind. Mind creates the energy. Body receives the energy. Body per se cannot produce the energy. Body expends the energy. Mind preserves the energy. In my mind, there is no laziness, so I am not putting extra effort to do my job. My mind is always brisk, it is not the body. But we come to the body level without giving any importance to the mind. The problem to our exhaustion, thereafter the weakness, then The diseases develop over a long period because of the continued laziness and weakness caused by the mind reflected on the body, which gives us energy now. The rest of the mind, or when the sadness and sorrow strikes your mind, you become weak. The peace and rest your heart gives you the energy, or the business that you have in the mind, the busy being a busybody myself. Without busybody, you cannot do your business. I must be a busybody if I want to do any business. I want to be anti-human. Then only I can do business. If you want a easy, if you are an easy person, then you don't have to be very busy about yourself. Talking ill of others, backbiting others, and spreading the rumors about others, giving false promises, speaking out falsehood. I am being a busybody myself. I am a fit person to involve in any business now to earn more money. My mind must be always alert as to what I have been doing, what I should do, and what will be the outcome of it. A beautiful life is what is to come upon me, to be blessed upon me by the grace of Almighty. If only you are listening to your mind. My mind captures my entire life today, how it should proceed, how it should end. Beautiful procession, beautiful end, beautiful elevation thereafter. I am living by my mind, I am not living by my body. This much we understand clearly. We should understand clearly as human beings. Don't give any importance to the body except the outward cleanliness and presentableness. That's all. Nothing more to it. Every activity starts from the mind. And mind also says, keep yourself clean, keep your mind pure, keep your body clean, dress neatly, and be presentable. Everything is the order from the mind. Accordingly, we behave. You must be presentable to yourself, not to others. You must preserve your dignity, not for the sake of others. This is the level of mind and living by the material aspect of life. I will lead by my life by the dignity and greater and higher level of my mind. Purity of my mind. It is high time I raise myself to a higher level. It is all the necessity of the mind. And it is our necessity to follow the mind. Without mind, I cease to be a human being, I cease to be living altogether. I am dead already. What prompts us to do a work? My mind prompts me, induces me. And my mind says, do a good work. Don't do the evil work. Be a good doer to yourself. So I am saying I must do something good, then I must possess the goodness in me to do anything good. Without me having this goodness in me, there's no question of giving it to others. There's no question of influencing others also, unless I stand a model myself before others. So godliness now comes handy to me, and godliness is very near to you. When you think of what to do next as good things to others, then I must know what a good thing means. It is not a material, but it is being good at heart. Then what is it good? How do I feel that goodness? Because it cannot be seen. It's not a material one. Don't harm others physically, no. Mind wise, don't disturb others. Don't disturb the peace and calmness of another person because of your tantrums, because of your behavior and conduct. Don't disturb another person's peace. That is his property, lifelong property, and let him prosper in his peace. What he will do? I will not ask anything from anyone as help to me. I will not ask anyone as a help for me from them. So, this is the first thing I will do when I start my business of the day. I should not be asking anyone any help. All help comes from him. So, there is no question of setting up partners other than him that among men, people will be giving me the peace and the calmness and the tranquility of mind. It is impossible. No one possesses it. Even when they get up from the sleep, the sorrow grips them. The sadness outstrips their peace, and their business already has made them vexed and tired. What are we going to do to others that we don't do ourselves? So we believe in the word of God who says this to you. Do not disturb the peace of others. Thrive in your prosperity of peace. Now I believe peace should not be disturbed at any cost. Peace should be preserved by all means that are within my means. So, maximum extent, I do not ask help from others. The more I restrain, desist me asking help from others, God's help is already there. Be a believer in the God now. All godliness is God. God is all godliness. God is not in form and shape, we know, but we see Him mentally in form and shape. We always have Him in our mind as unknown, in an unknown form, and in an unknown shape, as something existing materially, mind wise. This is how we take God. God is godliness, that is your character, which will conduct you. That means guidance for the entire life to come. Conduct means behaving in the good way all your life till the end of your life. That is, live by godliness. Let this life be holy to you, and the entire march will be a pilgrimage. You are upon a holy journey till the end of your life. So, the holiness means without material, I am weighing my pros and cons and then deciding that my possibilities of prospering has better sense when I believe in the unseen force acting within me, prompting me and inducing me effectively, not allowing me to falter in my ways. This is the need of the hour. The hour means every moment. This life starts now brilliantly peacefully when I embark on this platform in my life. I am being conducted by godliness. The perfect guidance for me is this, then I will never fall off the course from this direction I have taken from this moment onwards. Am I right in my thinking? I am asking myself, definitely, godliness will tell you you are right. I am with you. Whenever you have the godliness, a good character in you, you are qualifying to be in the nearness of God, and God gives that quality and qualification because He comes nearer to you. I am moving closer to God, He is already closest with me. That means all the while I was far away from the nearness of God. That means I was far away from the godliness. I was unholy because I was a man of material, not man of mind. Material is dead without mindfulness. Our body is dead without mind functioning. We are a functional human being. We are not executives doing things materially that causes near execution of ourselves if we are materially living. So, what I do now today, based on the godliness, every good character must be holy to yourself. That holiness will guide you. A person of good conduct will be appreciated by everyone because he has the sense of application of mind. He does anything profitably. Anything, whatever he does, is profitable if you have the sense of application. You cannot be dumb. You cannot be a slave to another person. Your mind doesn't accept. You are a slave to another person. If you can't speak the truth, you are dumb. If you are not able to assess somebody else's talk or speech, whether he speaks righteously, whether he talks sense, I must sense here, just not hearing. Listen and have the sense of understanding and then the appreciation. Without this, I am deaf in my ear, blind in my eyes. And now when I speak to others, I am dumb already. Doesn't make any sense. Such nonsense and senseless people definitely unfit for life. Allah gives two examples in chapter 1675 and 1676. Allah strikes the parable of two people. One, he has no power over anything. God has opened up for all people as good things in this life. Some people usurp it away by force materially. They are criminal people. Some people using their sense, they earn it in plentiful because he has godliness in him. He is not unholy. So there are two people. One, he has no authority, no power over anything that which has been given to everyone. Some take it away by force, by criminal intentions, and some earns their livelihood by means of their holiness, godliness, character, conduct, and guidance given plentiful by God. Forget about those people who have materially benefited using their knowledge with criminal intentions as doers of wrong things. Forget about them. Now we consider only the godliness, and I don't have the sense to appreciate anything because I don't have a contact myself. I no intention to guide myself, contact myself in the path of holiness. I don't believe in the godliness or good things, but I am not a criminal. I have become useless in the entire society now. God will help you definitely in the days to come because you're not a criminal, you're not a wrongdoer. You're not a believer in the good conduct, that's it. Which means you may turn out to be a criminal one later on, or you may turn out to be a good one by the grace of God. But grace of God constantly is being bestowed on your heart every moment. In your breathing, He inspires you His godliness also. If you listen to the godliness more and more, definitely you will be guided in the days to come. You will be elevating in your degree, in your nearness to God. You will be placed on a higher platform. So, a person who has no power over anything that God has given it in plentiful by His grace bestowed upon the entire population. Some receive it because they have godliness, and some have not received it because they have no sense to appreciate godliness. They have no sense to appreciate godliness. And another person, he sticks to his senses, applies the godliness, imbibes every quality of God. God comes nearer to him, and he is allowed nearer to godliness. This is the life God given, bestowed life upon him, that he has abundance, abounding. From it, definitely he gives it to other people, and he, standing as a model before other people, he definitely influences other people in efficient life, makes him edge towards sufficient life. When he says that God suffices me, God is sufficient for me, so he sufficiently gives you in abundance from his provisions. There is no miserliness in me because he has given me in abundance. I give it away to others also. The people see me as a model, as a responsible person in the society, as a good person, as a holy person. Not God, but as a holy person. So they receive the messages from you as I am speaking here now. Definitely, it goes and touches their conscience. That conscience plays a most important role. Anybody must have the conscience intact with him. Let them not be disassociate themselves from the conscience. If you are mentally sick, you are a rejected person, you are a person despaired, totally losing all hopes of life, then you are mentally ill. Who has got the sense, mind sense? Definitely they are mentally strong. They have to lead your life most prosperously. This is the dictum of God. This is the allowance of God. A person having the mind sense should live a prosperous life, and they will be a model before others. It is the responsibility of every single human being on earth. Between mind and material, we fall to material. But Allah wants you to stick to mindfulness. The five senses are definitely a test for you. Whether you side with the worldly things or you side with the mind, the insight, whatever it is from God is your life. You will be living all alone in this society, in this whole world, because your world is very much specific and unique for yourself. Each one has his own world, unique to himself. It's not a different world. It's not the same world for everyone. It's a different world for everyone. This we must have in mind. This is the and this is not the acquired knowledge, but it is the wisdom specific for each one. Acquired knowledge from people and specific wisdom given to each one because of their contact and quality by God, by the assessment of God, it is given to them. Will you abide by the godliness and settle down in your mind, or you will follow the people and their knowledge? Definitely, I will not follow the people and their knowledge. Definitely, I will abide by God, and the wisdom of God will be dawning upon me. Anytime, definitely, the wisdom is most important. And Allah gives another example in 16, chapter 16, 76. These two people are not the same. These people are not equal. One having the highest standard, the other having the lowest standard. Those who have reduced themselves to the lowest standard, they are like animals and cattle. And he further corrects, no, even worse than the animals and cattle. We are cattle like, we are worse than animals, worse than the cattle. If you slip down from your status as a human being, these two people living by the mind and living by the five physical senses, material senses, they are not the same. One is living, another is already dead. This is the difference. And then 1676, chapter 1676, there are two other examples of two people. One is dumb. He has no sense at all. So there's no question of application of senses in his life. Wherever his master sends him, he brings only the evil. He doesn't bring any good. And he is a great burden to his master. Another person, he contacts himself, he doesn't require anybody's help, and he enjoins the other people also in the path of righteousness. Are these two equal? One God guided personality, the other one, the people's knowledge which guided them to lower themselves from the level of human nature to a level lesser than the cattle and even animals. They are not equal. So be prompted and influenced by the sense, that mind sense, which is the quality of God Himself. Sensible person qualitatively passes his examinations to get nearer to godliness. We will be following the godliness, never the knowledge of the people. All materials. What is good for me? What is evil for me? I will earn only the good. I will not earn the evil for myself. What is good and what is evil? Anything that has got a life force in it that will help me is good. Anything that has no life force that doesn't help me, it is not good. We are eating something, it has got life force in it. It will be digested. It will agree to its destruction in my digestive tract. It will decompose itself and then liberates its energy. The rest of it is removed as fecal matters, as wastages. Likewise, air, it is inhaled, it decomposes itself, gives the energy to me, and the rest of the air in bulk is removed. Likewise, water also. It is assimilated totally. Energy is removed from it, and it gives up the energy. That is the good that every single substance on the earth having the life force in it should be helpful to mankind. If it doesn't help the mankind, definitely it is evil for me. Any material without life is evil for me. Anything that you had invented is evil. But you say they are the worldly pleasures. They are all the inventions are giving me the pleasures as well, the comfort of this world. No, it is evil. It has got no life energy at all. How can it give you comfort? Impossible. God created for you everything with liveliness and life force in it to work for you. If it doesn't have the liveliness, then you have to work for it. My eyes see, at the same time, it discerns, differentiates what is right and wrong. How good you will be if I take you as a comrade, if I take you as a helper. How much I will be of help to you without seeking anything in return. My liveliness will be more than the one I am seeking from the people around me. When I seek anything from Allah, from the God, the Almighty One, then everything comes in your way, giving you more strength to the existing liveliness in you, placing you on a better platform, elevating you to higher and higher levels. We are people ordained to live by the use of your senses. It has been enjoined upon you. You have to abide by this command. It is not that you can work your way freely without mind and application of senses. Stay in the mind all the time. Don't stay in the brain where you have acquired knowledge. But here you have the inspired wisdom of God. Stay with the godliness. What you want is not available in the existing world, it has to be created for you. You turn to the originator for the creation. So we should be concentrating our mind mostly if we want to lead an energetic, easy life all through our stint in this world. We are not striving very hard, but it is a luxurious life from Him. Even while we are living by our own standards, the knowledge that we possess, seek forgiveness from Him because we have lost some senses. That is the reason why we are living materially and managing ourselves by the knowledge we have gained from the people around and from the deadly things available around. We follow the guidelines by the conduct and the quality of myself, the godliness. I will not fall a prey to the unholy, characterless, and destructive aspect of my life should be eliminated at all cost. Anything that doesn't have life is destructive to my soul. Anything that has energy, life source, God created, in everything that God has created has a life source for me. So they have to abide by me, they have to follow my instructions, and I am on top of the world, above every creation that He has created. Even the sea must flee for me. That's where your belief will go. Immediately, you cannot ask me whether you can clear the sea. No, I am wishing for it. I can touch the man's heart. Can you do it now? I do not know, but I want it. I wish for it. Heart is the fulcrum of the entire liveliness. Heart is the fulcrum of the embodiment of the all life energy put together. Man's heart is so much livelier, stronger, and then much beneficial to himself and to others without any impediment, without any obstruction hindering towards our cause. We will be following our heart, not anything else. And it has got no means, physical pathways, but the pathways will be created for you, and all roads will lead to you. Not that you are going away from your houses in every direction, seeking the livelihood on the earth for mere survival, physical survival. I am at peace now because my knowledge has no place for me. Whenever I have some knowledge, use of knowledge, then I seek forgiveness from God that give liveliness to my knowledge, give senses to my knowledge, let greater sense of appreciation be there. So when I am doing a work, I seek godliness from Him. What godliness is that? Make my life easy. Easiness is what I want, not business. If I do a business, I have to become a busybody. I have to become a mischief monger. I have to become a miscreant. I have to be a wrongdoer. If I want to use the worldly knowledge to earn the livelihood for my sustenance on this earth, unless you become a wrongdoer, you cannot use your knowledge and survive for a while. Even your survival is definitely a curse on us. We will be suffering all our life if we use our knowledge without seeking forgiveness from Him. So God says, always fear Him. He will love you. Seek forgiveness from Him. He will give you abundantly. He is most generous, most kind, often forgiving. Never lose hopes on the godliness that you are seeking from God Himself. So when you seek godliness, He Himself comes to you. It is not that godliness comes. Here we understand godliness is God, not God is God. Not God is God because we have in our mind as God in some form and shape unknown to us. Now we understand the godliness, definitely He gives His quality to you and He comes to you to preserve that quality so that you will not misuse it and spoil His name. It is His duty that He must come and guide you, and He must provide you and guide you. He must come hand it to you that He becomes a manual Himself to apply His qualities in your life. Without His presence, I am having no manuals guidance for me. But His presence is there because you asked His quality, He is giving His quality of forgiveness. You forgive other people for their mistakes. Don't be hard-hearted. So God comes to you and stays with you and merges with you so that He guides you. You are being guided. You are not guiding yourself when you seek godliness. Don't go to mosque, don't go to churches, don't go to temples if you understand this. If you go to temple, mosques, and churches, definitely you have become a material person. You have taken God as an idol, and you have no godliness in you. You do not know what that godliness is. So there's no good thing at all in you. Now you have to recompense for your senseless living. Every breath gives you harm. Every water drink that you consume, definitely it gives you the diseases. And the food gives you lots of discomforts. When the air, food, and water causes trouble to you, you lack godliness. But you believe God. You have created God in the mind, and totally you are a wrongdoer. Definitely no one has seen God that you know. Why don't you use that sense when you say that I am believing in God? You believe in God, God in form and shape. What do you mean by God? Superior power. Then say, I believe in the superior power. Don't say I believe in God. Superior power means the power above all the powers. I believe in that power. Power has no form and shape. I cannot imagine a power in shape and form. It has got different forms, but all lifeless. It will end its life. But the Creator is having endlessness, infinity. There is no dearth to His blessings, in His bestow, in His ampleness. There is no shortage to it. He is ever sustaining you. He is ever present with you. Even before you are born, now that you are born, and after your life, He will be with you. If I am abiding by the conscience and godliness. I am a material person, I am suffering. Will you go to mass churches and temples from this moment? If you have understood what godliness means, if you follow your routine, definitely the hour will come. That hour will be fixed for you, and thereafter you will not be given a respite, no postponement of that hour or preponement of that hour. In a flash of a second, everything will be over. But that flash of a second, the blinking of an eye, the twinkling of an that's the moment. Even nearer than that, everything will be settled. Our account will be closed, and we will be justly recompensed. We will not be wronged by God. 1677. He knows what is in the heavens and what is in the earth. Every secret he knows, whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth and whatever is in between. He knows everything. Why does he say that whatever in the heavens and whatever in the earth I know? Every movement of your heart in the right direction or the wrong direction is recorded from heavens down to earth in every particle, in every atom of the particle. If the atom is created by the power in every power of the atom of the particles, it has been recorded and it is taking its shape against you or in favor of you. According to your application of senses or disassociation from your godliness. So if I step out of my mind, if I step out of my heart, that means I am disassociating from godliness. You have no character at all. If you stay in your conscience, mind means conscience. If you stay in your conscience, then that will guide you. Differentiate you first between right and wrong, and you will dearly feel for why I am going in the wrong way. That is sufficient for the godliness to guide you in the righteous path. So I am upfront in my approach to the problems that I may face because of my own earning. A problem comes to me because of my own earning, because I was material when I earned it. I thought God is a material. I shouted, God help me, God help me. You want a way out of the troubles that you have yourself faced. In such dire consequences, you earned it and you have placed yourself in it. You want a way out. Now you will call, oh God, help me, or you will call, oh helper, help me. God means you are thinking that he is some material. So you have to shout or you have to speak out. When I speak to God, that means he has an ear to hear, like us. When I feel, God knows what I am feeling. That feel cannot be seen, but can be appreciated only by God. So you seek guidance from him. Oh, the guide, guide me. Oh, the helper, help me. Oh, the protector, protect me. Oh, the forgiver, forgive me for my evil contacts. Oh, the most sensible, appreciate my seeking forgiveness from you now. Definitely, when you seek forgiveness from him, he is the bestower of forgiveness. So you will seek God by remembering his qualities, or you will say God, God, God. When you call God, you think him as a human being, some sort of being. When you call him by his quality, then Allah appreciates you. You will be helped. Oh, the curer, oh, the healer. That's it. Not oh God. And I seek forgiveness all the time. I fear him all the time. Fear God now. Fear the godliness in you. You will not be disturbing your peace at any cost by leaving out my godliness, by stepping out of the godliness. I am staying inside the holy shrine here. This is my temple. I am enshrining all His qualities here. I want to, and God will definitely improve me and increase me in His qualities. There's no doubt about it. Live by the mind, that means live by the conscience. I do not know what will happen tomorrow, so I fear. But I don't fear now because I know I am going to live tomorrow. Recorded already. In the heavens and the earth, it is recorded. When I say that I will live tomorrow, recorded. Allah says in chapter 16, verse number 77, He knows the secrets of your heart. It has been recorded from heavens down to earth. That becomes your world now. Above is your sky, below is your earth, and about you is your environment, your climate. Start living in that world. Each one will be living in his world. Either he lives in hell, or he lives in the earth, or he lives in the heavens. It all depends. God knows, you won't know. So we are all living on the earth. We have not yet gone to the level of suffering in hell. If that hell of a suffering has touched me, I would have killed myself. That's the point of time when they subject themselves to suicide, self-killing. The self-killing starts when you don't give any weightage to your godliness. You won't give any dignity to yourself by sticking to godliness. Measure your level of godliness in you. The more you suffer mentally, the more you are away from it. So mental sickness is to be bothered more than physical sickness. But mostly we suffer physical sickness and we are so much disheartened about the physical sickness. Mental sickness is causing the physical sickness. I value my mind more than my physical being. This is how God will help us and conduct us in His path. I am not a materially oriented person. I am not a financially oriented person. I am the beneficiary from God. So there is nothing to worry or keep worry in your heart when God is there to asking for peace. So where from the peace comes to you now? Where from the peace comes to you now? It is from Him or you are going to earn the peace. I am going to seek from Him, solicit forgiveness from Him, and seek peace from Him. He will sustain me in my peace all the while. This I believe, we have to believe. We are ever believers. Take it to your heart this moment. You go to mosque, you go to churches or temples, you are worshipping God, but you don't opt for godliness. There's no holiness in you. Your life, entire life, is unholy. It is not like following a journey, taking the path upon a journey towards my holy life, beautiful life, untainted by anything that is causing me illness, anything that disturbs my peace. Then I fall into emotions, which is hell for me. When I come out of my emotions, only peace is awaiting. And you step up further yourself in godliness, that tranquility descends down on your heart. Do not forget, Your heart is your shrine, and in it is enshrined all the godly qualities. And don't call God, it becomes worshipping. Remember Him by His qualities, it becomes revering. Revere God and be devoted to that reverence and be abiding by that qualities. Definitely, God is helping you all the way your life until the end of your life. Thereafter, also, it is going to be a neat departure towards a better life. God knows everything, the secrets that you have in the mind, because the single moment, a fraction of a moment in the good way and in the evil way is recorded from above downwards. You will be living in that world. Everybody has that world. So He is the Lord of the worlds. He is the God of the universes. If 8 billion people are there, 8 billion universes, 8 billion worlds are there. So the Lord of the worlds, all glory be to Him. This is the first word of Allah, verse of Allah given to you. All glory be to Him, all praise be to Him, the Lord of the worlds, not the world. Your world is different, my world is different. Likewise, individuals have their own world. If I have brought mine, I receive you into my world if you are a listener. If you don't listen to me, then the doors are shut. When you enter into my world, definitely you feel better placed. Definitely you are feeling some solace in your heart. If you step out of me, then again you live in your world. So be in the company of the good doers. Read chapter 4, verse 69. Those who believe in the godliness, Allah the One, and follow the messengers. Whoever is revealing the verses to you in the most practical way possible, they are your messengers. They won't talk against the verses of Quran. They will reveal the verses so that you can apply it in your day-to-day life for the comfort of your life, so that you abide by God's command, and thereafter you will be revering Him because the recompense is so good that you will be you're devoting your entire life in His cause. Is your life commanded upon you? Is your life enjoined upon you? So enjoy your life from this moment in the company of the comrades Allah is going to show you now. 469. Whoever believes in Allah and in the messengers, they are with these kind of people. They are the bestowed people by His generosity. They have their belief in them, faith in them. So whenever you are in their company, your faith will not be disturbed. Your faith will not go down. Your spirits will always be high. And they are truthful people, so you will not be worried about their presence near to you. And you will be very comfortable with them in their presence. They are truthful people. Definitely, they are sacrificing people. They sacrifice the desires of this world for the benefit of their own godliness, that it can be strengthened by the Almighty. So they live with the holy people. The holy people are who have the belief, who are endowed by God, and who are truthful, who are sacrificing. Naturally, they will be good doers. These are the best of the comrades. You will be willing to keep close to you, willing to win all your life, and you will be their associates, and they will be your associates. And all will be blessed by Allah. And they are already blessed people, well endowed people. They believe in their mind because of their wisdom. They don't use their knowledge because they know that it is earning evil to you, and you will be guided the path of unrighteous unrighteousness. This is the best part of your life, forbidding unrighteousness and enjoining yourself upon the righteous behavior. You will be conducted by Him, and you will be careful in conducting yourself also. God will help us in every way possible. He guides you, and He makes you well guarded against being misled. Such is the wisdom you will have. So when I am having the company of the righteous people, then I know who are not righteous. So I save them from their misadventures upon me. They are well endowed people, so I have the generosity happening on me from God, bestowed upon me from God. And it is always happening around me in the most blessed manner possible. I am not feel at any time let down by God. I am prosperous mind-wise, and my environment-wise. I am more blissful, and I am joyous. There is no shortage at all to any of His blessings upon me. This is the life we need, and the life is already granted. So now we come to the first surah, first chapter of Quran, first sentence. All glory be to Him, the God of the worlds. You understand now what the worlds like, the universes. Each world is unique for oneself, and 8 billion people, 8 billion worlds. Many worlds make universe, and there are universes. Expand your heart so other people can enter your world. Don't become constrained. Nobody will allow you to enter their world, even except to restrain you and uh, making you a slave to them. They will not allow you into their world. Into their world means allowing you into my heart. It's not possible. If I am already miserly, niggardly. Then the next verse is Rahman Rahim. He is most generous, most kind. Next verse, most generous, most kind. So as long as you are living on the earth, never despair, never lose hope. As long as you are living, never lose hope. Never be despaired about anything. Live in the mind. Seek forgiveness all the time. Fear Him all the time. Kindness is already there. You will not be suffering. As long as you are a physical man, you will be suffering. Mind-wise, stay elevated to the mind and come to the mind and start living there. Your life is caused by the mind, mind energy that generates the life force. The life force will give comfort to your physical bodily parts and physical senses. So I am sensitive to my physical nature because that sensitivity makes me remember that I must imbibe the qualities of God. I am losing my strength physically because mind doesn't possess the godliness in it. I need godliness. So when I turn to God, I say, I need your godliness. Patience is one of the godliness, the qualities of godliness. If you have patience, God is with you. Just one instance, God shows you, if you have the patience, I am with you. That means any other qualities, if you seek from me, I am with you. If you fearing God, then also I am with you. If you do righteous things, I am with you. So all the qualities, if you possess, you will do righteous things. In whichever department you have that quality, don't have that quality, you will doing the wrong thing. Suppose my department, in one of the departments, I have no godliness. I rebuke you, I scold you, I show my anger. I have no kindness, I have no patience. In that department, I am doing the wrong thing. Keep up your patience. So seek from him the godliness, the qualities from him. I want to be guided. Then I must submit and surrender before him. I have no knowledge at all. I have no guidance at all. So humble yourself. Don't become proud. In that department, you will do a wrong thing. To yourself in the first place, let alone doing wrong to others. In that world, if they are in their hearts, living in their domain so peacefully, whatever evil you do because of lack of godliness in you in that particular department, definitely is not going to affect him. Rather, from him, you will have some comfort, even if you do an evil thing. This is charity. You do me evil because you are lacking godliness in that particular angle. I have that godliness. From me, you receive the good thing. That's it. I have no complaints against you. And I seek forgiveness for your lacking in that godliness. And you are not sensible enough to acquire that quality from him by seeking from him because you are proud. You didn't ask that from him. Be humble, surrender before him, fear him all the time, seeking his forgiveness and godliness from him. Later on, let us see what godliness I want. First, seek godliness from him. Oh God, when I am seeking from him, that means I am looking up to him for all the godliness he possesses. He is most generous. He will give you the guidance. That godliness is the guidance, not your knowledge. Your knowledge will misguide you all the time. So the next verse, 1 3, chapter 1, verse number 3 is show me the straight path. Give me the guidance. Be generous to give me the godliness, and you be with me. That is the third. You are my master. No one is my master. You are my guide. You are everything. In every quality that I require of you, you are the master. And you have to be with me. You have to guide me. You have to teach me and show me the straight path. The path you had shown to the blessed ones, and not the path that you led them astray because of their lack of sensibilities, because of their evil doing, because they wantonly fell off their course, right course. So, not those people whom you have left astray, but those people whom you have guided. Show me the path. This is the one This is one whole chapter, the first chapter. So we will be not following the people who worship God, who worship Allah, who worship Jesus. We want those people who want godliness. They are the submissive people. They are the people who have surrendered all their pride. Without surrendering their pride, without becoming humble and show their utmost humility, there is no way that they can earn the godliness. Without godliness, you are not guided. Without being guided, you are already dead. But if you are guided, when the death touches you, you are not dead. You are raised to a higher level of life. You will be definitely among the foremost people who are nearer to God. After the death, you call God. Before the death, surviving, as long as you're surviving, seek godliness. So this marks our new life. from this moment onwards. Any questions now concerning whatever we have understood up to this moment?
So, mentioned 2 points. One is you said that you have fear God. Second, you said that no need to go to temple, church, and respond. One emotion is fear.
Emotions.
One emotion is love. Now that same being we are having love also. Because of the love for them, we are doing most of our activity. That is one.
Yeah, that part we are
That
clear.
is wrong. And because of that love, we said that is what I read that I've been instructed. We have been instructed by our parents who are like God to us.
What led God to us?
Who are like God.
Who are?
Parents.
They are like God. Parents are like
They're
gods.
not God. They're like
Hmm.
so they have said, okay, you have to say your prayer at this time. Like not only Muslims, I'm talking about Muslims, say at this particular time, this is what you should do. Next thing is, all of us, when there is Muslim, we have this azan coming at the prayer time. So that is a call to come to offer your prayer to Allah. Or when the Christians have the bells ringing, they go to the church on Sunday for the service. So is it not also good to go for the prayer in the church, the mosque, or is it that we should avoid all this and just be with ourselves? Yes, that is the first thing. Being with ourselves and being with Allah or with God. These are the two questions.
Your first question is we have to fear God. You must fear God or you must love God. You must love God. When you do evil, you will love God or fear God. We are doing evil, so we suffer so much in life. If you do good, God is not going to punish you. We are suffering mentally and physically. We are suffering presently and we are worried about the future also.
But because we love God, we ask His forgiveness.
Because we believe God.
Before you believe, unless you have an affection,
Without knowing who He is, how can I show my affection? Without knowing He is my Father, how can I show affection? First, Father gives me everything from Him to His son or daughter. Then the affection later on develops. I believe He is the one before even showing the affection. So this belief is preceding or affection precedes, love precedes. Without knowing who He is, no belief. So belief is important first. So we must know who God is then. The embodiment of all godliness together is God. The embodiment of all godliness put together is God. You're going to call God or you're going to revere Him with all the godliness first. Then the devotion. Automatically this reverence and devotion put together is worshipping. It is because of fear. For all good He gives me, I am doing a wrong thing. Huh? If I love Him, how can I do the wrong thing when He is seeing me, when He is all ears to me? How can I do a wrong thing? Because I take Him for granted, not loving Him. If I love Him, I will be true to Him. If I cheat Him, then I love Him. Because He is easily cheated. I can grasp anything from Him without knowledge. So I love Him. It is not so. Maybe I can cheat you. We cannot cheat God. But all the time we are cheating God, right? Can we fear now or we can love Him? Do you think He doesn't know your intent? He knows everything. So if you love Him, He will slap you or not now?
there are so many factors in consideration. What is
As much as we know, let us be concerned about that and assert ourselves whether we are taking in the right sense or not. We should believe God in the first place. Before believing, we should know who He is, that godliness must be understood, revered, and devoted. Then only we can appreciate Him. Now I fear Him because one of the qualities of God is He is ever watchful of you. But we are thinking He cannot see because we have eyes, He doesn't have eyes. He gave you the eyes to see yourself first. Can't you see who you are then? He can see, right? So whether you fear Him now or you love Him now. If you fear Him, He will love you.
We love is also His love.
No, no. You are unfit to love Him.
That is His department.
No, no, no. Our department, because His godliness in you, whether when you cheat Him, He will love you. Whether you do it, you are hypocritically moving with me, behaving with me, keeping your friendships, our keeping of friendships hypocritically. Will we love each other when we come to know of it? In the back of the mind, I don't like you. In the back of the mind, I want to cheat you, but I want all your help and protection for me, but nothing from me to you. No show of thanks to you. I am hypocritically moving with you. When you come to know of my hypocrisy, will you love me? So Allah knows our hypocrisy. Will He love you now? Or He will allow you to love Him? Then He becomes a party to you. He becomes one as a partner with you then. If you show your, not showing your thanks to Him, if you are hypocritical and you behave in a way He doesn't like, He hates, and we are doing those things. Take 61, chapter 61, 2 and 3. You read now, whether He hates you or we are doing that or not. When He is hating you, how can you love Him? 61, chapter 61, 2 and 3. You have English with you? O you who have believed, why do you say what you do not do? We are advising people, but we don't follow the advice. Mostly, in the churches or temples or mosques, the imams, priesthood, and the mullahs and the pujaris, they say things, sermons, but they don't do anything. These are the people who call you for the prayer. Can you follow them? Will Allah hate these people or not?
But then the first person who was prayer was our Prophet Muhammad.
And we will go to the histories later. We will come to the sense. We don't go to the histories. I don't know the history, but I know what Allah says there. Whether He hates you or not, while He is hating you to the point of punishing you, can you love Him? Will He accept the love from you? First to obey, behave. Yes? So fear is what He expects of you, not love. He will love you, but you show the fear. Because you know that you are doing a wrong thing. Knowingly, you do it. You continue doing the wrong thing, thinking that I won't see. You think as if I am blind. You can see, I cannot see. This is the way you will love Him. If only you know that He sees you, will you fear Him or not? To my conscience, I will say, I am not a good person. But I know how to be a good person, but I am not a good person. I am treacherous to myself or not now. Knowingly I do a wrong thing, I am treacherous to myself or not. I have the evil desires. I know very well that God will not like it, but I still say, I don't care Him. Is it the way you love Him? So, what is being practiced in the temples, mosques, and churches? They advise the people which they don't do. But Allah says to advise them while you are not following your own advice. It is most hateful in the eyes of Allah. The next thing is you are awaiting the punishment now. How can you love Him without fearing Him? So much is what we require now. In the history, so many things will be there. That's not important. What Allah says is important. Right now. These are the people who call for the prayers. But these are the people against whom Allah has all hatred. Next thing you said, your fathers and your mother, your parents are your like God. Allah says there's no like God. God is God. There's no likeness to God. 1674. There's no likeness to God. God is God. Don't give examples to God in the likeness of Him. Read 1674.
So give not examples for Allah, for indeed Allah knows, but you know not.
I will listen. So who told you that they are like gods? They don't know the scripture. They know only the history. They don't know the scripture. History is not important for us. Scripture is important for us. Scripture speaks the conscience. History speaks against conscience. You will have one history, I will have another history. And there is no match. And nobody can match also. And nobody can find the truth that your history is right and my history is right. Nobody can find it out. Only Allah knows. But this one, we know it is the truth. You have no second Quran with you. I have no third Quran with me. Only one Quran. This helps you accept the truth as truth. So go by the book. Don't go by the second book, which men written second book. No. God given first book. That's the only book. Zalikal Kitab. This is the book, no other book.
Then what's this particular time when you have to say your words?
I am patience is important or not? What time will be patient? What time will you be patient?
All the time.
So where's the question of particular time? Your time is ticking. Every moment is your time. So don't think my death is far away in the next moment. So what is the time now? To hell with our timing. So which time? God says, every moment. So the time will happen, read 1677. 74 you read, 1677. Read.
And to Allah belong the secrets of the heavens and the earth. So the hour is not but like the thinking of the eyes or even nearer.
The hour is like twinkling of the eye and even nearer also. Which time you are referring to?
Reading. What is given there, I can read. I put it.
Here the time is anytime near. Always fear, seek forgiveness, behave. This is being prayerful. So that is the answer for your second question. What was the third one? Calling azan and all those things is all over.
No, he says there's some time mentioned here into prayer. So for that is
Yes, I am saying. I am saying that. Tell me which ayat you do not know.
I will send it.
Take 20.
To the middle of the day. What are the five?
Two.
The three
Two.
times is given.
Yes. 2114. 2114. I couldn't.
So the true thing Allah is not.
Read 21:14.
So the true King, Allah, is the Most High, and hasten not to expound Quran before it is revealed to you and completed on you by your God through inspiration. And see, O my God, increase me in wisdom.
So high is Allah. There's no one above him. This is the first sentence of that verse. He is sovereign. He has supreme power. No one has the power. He is the truth. No one is as truthful as he is. So we cannot say, I am right. He is the righteous one. No one is so righteous. So I have to always surrender before him, placing all my pride under his feet. This is the humility, bowing, the ruku stance, the sujud stance Allah wants, total surrendering. And do not hasten with the Quran. So read Quran, understand it. Don't hasten the with the Quran before it is totally revealed to you. The revelation in such a manner that you abide by it. You will not have a second course to that, and you will not have a second thought to stray away from it. You will not have the mind to distance yourself away from it if the revelation has been given to you. So until such time, the meaning of Quran, the verse of the Quran, has come to you as a guidance for you, as a guidance for you, as a guidance for you. Each and everyone has their own direction, his own direction. He has his own problem. Your problem is not my problem. Likewise, nobody is there without problem, and no two problems are same between two individuals. And the same individual, not between two moments, the problems are same. So this one single verse can guide you, all of you, through their problems and successfully deliver them out of their problems. So before you have the first-hand evidence of any verse of Quran, yourself, the revelation, then taking it up, then the guidance, then being delivered, now having the faith and belief in it, until such time, don't try to say the explanation of Quran. Don't say what you don't do, what you have not experienced. This is the meaning of that. Secondly, my Lord increase me in my knowledge. This also you will see. So all the time you seek further and further wisdom from him. Now we go to 17, Surah 17. Establish prayer at the decline of the sun. Establish prayer at the decline of the sun. What do you mean by sun? What do you mean by sun? Sun means the sun. Sun has some quality, right? Don't idol worship. Your knowledge, your language is idol worshipping. Sun means sun. What is sun? Brightness. Brightness. It gives you comfort or heat. It gives comfort from chilliness or it is heat. It should give comfort. That's why it is created. It should give light to you. It should make you see. It cannot blind you. Right? So sun means so many things. All the attributes of God is in every created thing, but in degrees of variations. 1778. chapter 17, verse 78. So sun means it is the thing that we see, or the qualities of it must be revered in us. If I am talking to Mansoor, it is the body I will see, or the nature of him I will see. What do I require? Your body frame or your nature? If you want me, from me something you want, not my body, not my nature. When such is the reality, what is sun now? When the sun is declining, when your brightness is declining, when your bloom is overshadowing you, when you become dark without seeing any way out of your problems, the sun is declining slowly. I know things are becoming darker and darker. I am not finding a way out. Only in the light I can find the way out. When the light is fading, I am entering deeper into the darkness, and the reasons of darkness I am entering so that I see no way out. This is when I will be heartbroken. I will die also. So what do you mean by the sun now? It is the sun that is shining above. Heart is the shine of your heart should not be gloomy. When it is start declining in its strength, remember him more. He is the enlightener. Which meaning you want to take now? You have your heart in you have understanding ability in you have the argumentative power in you, and you have the sense in you. Now I am asking you, when Allah says sun, it is the ideal sun or the ideal sun? Which one you will take to your heart now? Because your guidance. Allah says, remember me whenever you fall sick in your mind, whenever you are on the edge of getting your heart broken and becoming despaired. Remember me more, I am with you. And let us see, from the declining of sun, even idealizingly I am speaking, from 12 o'clock it starts declining, right? So it's a continuous prayer. Let me different angle also say. How come from 12 o'clock suddenly the sun drops to 4 o'clock? It's a decline. The sun drops in stages or declines. Where's the question of 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock? What is tamasha? You must explain to me. You have question in this, like you can put forward that question, we can clarify it. If you have no questions, you can think over it.
I'm just reading out what I read.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah, you're right.
Given that, I asked you a question.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't say you don't ask question. When you're asking question, I'm giving you the explanation. And based on this explanation, if you have any argument, you can put forward that argument. Let us see how better that argument is over what we have been clarified now. The sun, from the decline of the sun until the darkness of the night, I am waiting for you to turn to me. Any part of this decline. At any part of this decline, you turn to me. Even if you have gone into complete darkness, don't be despaired of me. I am with you.
79.
Wait. 78 not finished. Seventy-eight is finished? Not yet, no? Indeed, the recitation of dawn is ever witnessed. Where is the prayer here? Recitation of Quran, reading of Quran, understanding of Quran, reciting yourself. Citing means bringing an instance from your life. Citing means apply an instance from your life to this and understand. Reciting means bring in as many instances as possible and keep abreast of it, appropriate with it, and take an appropriate action. Before that, have some sense of appreciation and then understand what has happened. Yes, whatever Allah said is true. Here, what I am seeing here is the instance being cited and recited. This is recitation. So first understand the sense of the verse of Quran, then try to apply it to your life, bring in the citations, and ruminate it after that, reciting, reciting, reciting. Definitely, it is ever a witnesser for your life to come. There is no question of prayer here in 78, no 79. Is a follow-up of 78 or the 79 is different to this? So this is the prayer, being prayerful all the time. Or you want to pray ritually using your body. Mind-wise, you want to be prayerful and adherent, be an adherent of the tenets of the Quran, or you want to memorize and say it out without citing, without reciting, without understanding, without believing in it, without getting the sense of what God has intended in that particular ayat. All those things are there. A prayer means everything inclusive or simply memorizing and writing it out. Huh? Yes, 79. And of the night, be prayerful. Prayer means be prayerful. Show your thanks, recite. Bring all your instances to every single ayat. Definitely, this will reveal why things have happened that way, why things should not happen again in the similar pattern during the rest of your life. How to save yourself from your own misery, how to deliver yourself from all the troubles that people can cause to me. So remember, recite, remind yourself when the instances appear, when the instances happen. Even now there are instances that gives you gloom as well as gives you the brightness. The sickness, the health, the wealth and poverty, everything is shrouding you, right? You do not know when you will be crestfallen. So the citation, the gloom is there now. Anytime I may be seized by the power of by the word of Allah. So I am fearing now. This fear is a witness why you are brought again back to your enlightenment. The sun will shine again. The moon also will shine on you in the night. And the night, pray with it as additional for you. What does it mean? What does it mean? Pray with it as additional for you. Pray additionally. Be prayerful all the time. Don't become vexed with the prayer. Our 5 times ritual prayer, it will cause vexation in me. But this type of prayerfulness gives you more and more interest, nearness to God. The godliness gives you the benefit of His benevolence. So, which one will you disagree? It is expected that your Lord will resurrect you to a raised position. In 20:114, he said, He is most high. Here he says, He will resurrect you to a raised position. I will keep you with me. I will be with you. So you will be always in a raised position. You will be valued as high and praiseworthy people. This is called Muhammad, becoming praiseworthy. By the leave of Allah. Muhammad is a title, not the name given to a person. So what else? You are, pardon?
No, I mean, I've got the same verse in
different word. Pray tahajjud. What is tahajjud?
Hajj means your wish. The wish. Ta means your wish. So your wish will be done if you raise up in the morning and the part of night you seek forgiveness and no one is around except Allah, definitely He hears you. Tahajjud means your wish. Ta means your, hajjat means the wish. That wishful prayer in the early morning hours, you wake up before the dawn and recite the verses, recite your instances, and recite the expected evil that you have in your heart as a gloom of tomorrow. Bring everything to mind, recite it. And then start rehearsing with the qualities of God. So this is to read, recite, and then rehearse. The guidance definitely will come from Him.
Sight is to remember the things.
The citations of your own life. Bring the citations, the real happening, bring it. And this will reveal to you why this has happened, how you will deliver yourself from the future happenings in the situations. The likes of such situations should not occur in your heart, in your life again.
You say usually not to remember your past.
Yes.
Then why do you
Remember your past to correct yourself, not to praise yourself.
But in the past also only the good things.
You have done so many evil things, but you have not sought forgiveness from Allah. But Allah has forgiven you. From your part, you seek forgiveness for those things. Allah will elevate you. Now you have to remember the past or not to correct you and elevate you. Unless you correct, there's no elevation here. Even now you are doing the same thing. Unless you seek forgiveness from Him, He is not forgiving you. It doesn't mean He has forgiven you. Because by His kindness, He is allowing to live. Take 10:100, chapter 10:100. No one can have belief, faith in Allah, but by His permission. Unless He gives you permission, He allows you, there's no way you can be faithful to Him. Now, I am asking you, unless we ask Him for forgiveness, how can He forgive you? How can He forgive you? Unless you ask for belief, how can He forgive you, admit you? Seek, then He will admit you. Without seeking, by His graciousness, He has allowed you to live. That doesn't mean He has forgiven you, unless you seek forgiveness. As long as you have not sought forgiveness, but you are living in a better condition today, that means He has forgiven you, but you have all those evil qualities intact within you. Remove it by seeking. So unless you recite, you cannot rehearse any further in Allah's way. Unless you rehearse, you are not reaping any good from Him. The rehearse is prayer, bowing, surrendering, humbling myself, not showing any pride, total surrender. And ever be fearful. Without this fear, there is no humility in you. Without this fear, there is no surrendering of your pride.
There are two people I like to show you.
Two people?
I like to talk about you.
Okay.
One is Hitler
Hitler.
and one is Mother Mary.
Huh.
Now, what are the emotions that he evoked before you?
What do you know? What do you know about Hitler except the history written by by the enemies of Hitler? Why do you go by the history?
If you're going by that history, written by that, what is the emotion that they evoke?
57,
Whatever it is,
50, 57, 22. 57, 22. Read. Whatever that happens on the earth and in you, it does not happen, but before it happens, it has been decreed. So it is a decree from Allah. This is how it will be happening within and without. Yes. If Mother Mary is doing something good for the children,
I'm saying what is the emotion that you see
the
when you
emotion,
think about these two names?
the emotion is godliness. Unless the godliness is there, you won't be doing any good. And the shaitan induces to do evil.
When you think of Hitler, what do you think of?
I'm thinking of Bush also. I'm thinking of Obama also. I'm thinking of Trump also. I'm thinking of Modi also. I'm thinking of everyone.
I would ask you about what is the emotion he evokes.
Peace against emotions. What sort of emotion we don't want? Whether you want peace or you don't want peace. Peace against emotions, all emotions.
It's fear that
Huh?
when you think about Hitler, it's more about fear. The
Fear,
amount of number of people who put in the gas chamber.
fear or hatred also.
So is that the kind of fear that we have for Allah?
Yes.
Or is it the love that we have for Mary that we have for Allah?
No, 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 no. There,
I don't know much.
you are not. You are not a Muslim. You are not a
I'm
Hindu.
not Muslim, I'm a
You are not a Christian. You are a human being. So there is no question of in the sense of religion we are speaking, but by the sense of understanding of what is what. So you have the godliness with you. Anyone else also having the godliness with you. If you got five senses, five emotions are there, and these five emotions have different combinations in different grades and degrees. How many combinations will be there? Endless, infinite combinations. How are we going to assess whether what the emotion of Esther was, what the emotion of Mary was? Impossible. So this question cannot be answered. No, even you cannot answer what your emotions are. It's impossible. I do not know who I am, how good I am, how grateful I am to God. So I fear God. And I bring in my recitation, keep reciting, and start rehearsing in a better way to the maximum extent possible, or to a minimum extent possible. Do something.
I want to more explanation in rehearsing. How would you rehearse?
You have the evil qualities in you. Try to better yourself.
I can just wish for that.
Wish for it. That's it. And according to the wish, definitely Allah's help comes. Use it. I want to. I have ill feeling. I am seeking from Allah that I don't want such ill feelings. Allah makes me forget you, but I hard remember you, and but I want to go with Allah. When He makes me forget, I tend to forget. I don't remember you more. Until such time, I begin to have the opposite effects in me. I start loving you. I start having kindness towards you. I feel sorry for whatever mistakes you have done. Before that, I was so angry at you. Now I feel sorry for whatever that has happened. You have caused me. All these things are there. Allah is helping, and then I don't go back on my original to my original hatred and start harvesting it. No. The moment you ask from Allah, then and there Allah's help comes to you. It's not after a long period of time. But only the punishment comes after a long time, but the goodness comes then and there. Only thing is we have to be very uh, appreciative of that, sensitive to that feeling from Allah. You are a sensible person. This is how we will apply Quran. It's a guidance for humanity, not for Muslims. If you say it is for Muslims, then this is not for you. If you say it's all for all people, then you can become a Muslim later on. Don't claim yourself to be a Muslim. You have to seek from him, make me a Muslim. Then Allah will make you a Muslim. Read 2, 125, 126, and 127. 127 and 128 read. 2, 127, 128.
When Ibrahim and Ismail raised the foundation of the house,
When Ibrahim and Ismail raised the foundation of their house, they call it Kaaba, but Allah says raise the foundation of the house, their house.
said, "Our God, accept from us."
Accept from us, this is your house. You are going to build it, not me. So it should not be that this is my house. I should not be proud that I have built your house. It is yours. Haza min fadli Rabbi. This is a great gift from you.
Surely, you are all hearing, all knowing.
So definitely you know what my heart speaks, and you know what to do if I give permission to you. All knowing, all hearing. Next, 128.
Our God, make us two of the Muslims.
Make us two of the Muslims. Who was saying this? Two Nabis, two prophets. The foremost of the prophets, Ibrahim and Ismail. Ibrahim and Ismail. The foremost, the fathers. Yeah, no, I said the foremost. Hmm. So these are the two Nabis. They are saying, make us of the Muslims. But we claim, I am Muslim, you are Kafir. Wretched people giving fatwas. So unless you seek from him, make us people of salam. If you have salam, you are a Muslim. Peace, if you have peace, salam means peace. If you have peace, you are a Muslim. But before that, don't claim that I am peaceful, I have peace all my life, but seek peace from him, then he will allow you into the peaceful garden. Seek forgiveness from him, he will make you enter into his garden of forgiveness. Seek belief from him, he will make you enter into the garden of belief. Don't say I am a believer. Don't say I am a Muslim. Forbidden. Hmm? Make me a Muslim. They are not ordinary people. They are chosen people. They have become Nabi. And now they have the doubt if they are Muslims at all. Where is their humility? Where is our pride to call ourselves Muslims and sporting ourselves as Muslims? Should not be. So every quality seek from him, he will give you. Without seeking from him, if you claim that you are a Muslim, you are a believer, then severe punishment will come to you. That is 1000, second part. We are not read the second part. He will not be given belief unless you seek permission from him, unless he permits the belief will not enter your heart. Likewise, when it has not entered your heart, this is the dictum. If you claim yourself to be a believer, then severe punishment from him will touch you. Second line. Those who do not remember this, those who do not understand this, and continue to claim to be a Muslim believer, then punishment will come to them. Read. No, read
1000.
1000.
And none can have faith except by the will of Allah.
Except by the leave of Allah, none can have faith.
And he lays abomination upon those who ponder not.
Who do not ponder over this and correct themselves from this moment onwards, don't call yourself a Muslim, say, make me Muslim. If you continue to do so, then you'll be tested very severely. If you're a believer, if you're a Muslim, then don't worry about anything. Then you have salam with you. Don't come to me. Suffer very severely.
One question. When you seek his guidance and when you try to remember his qualities every day, every week, right? So you keep on, it comes like in words. So you don't physically speak, but you keep in your heart. But even in heart, those things are circulated as words, like oh, Lord, just save me, give me pride, all those things.
No need, no need, no need, no need. You want forgiveness, then the forgiveness given already. Where is the question of keep on saying it as if he has not given you?
Just remembering the sense.
Remembering means I have been forgiven. Because I sought forgiveness, I am forgiven. So keep your calmness and quietness now.
So can I think like that? Words are just
No words.
we-
Even my mind-wise, there is no need for word being recited. Believe, have the sense. Try to appreciate that you have sought forgiveness from him. Even as I am doing a wrong thing, I know I am doing a wrong thing. That's sufficient. That means I have done. I have submitted myself.
So if you say remember him always, so what like
Remember him. He is watching you. So remember him. When you are doing an evil thing, remember him. Don't think that you have escaped because you have done it within closed doors. Because you keep it in the heart. Nobody can see. Don't have that notion in you. He is seeing you. So remember him. He is ever watchful over you. Can you remember him now? When you are doing a good thing, don't become proud. When somebody is praising you, fear, you are not praiseworthy at all. Only him. Are you remembering now? No pride will come to me. When somebody is praising me, I seek forgiveness for that person who is praising me. When I am proud, I fear I have done a mistake. So remember, don't use the word. A little bit of training, it will come to you. Until such time, the words will keep on coming to you. Cut down the word. Be satisfied with whatever you have submitted before your Lord. Anything else? You can put your questions again when we meet again. Any question. So I am giving you a rightful answer, right? So you can ponder. Our history of following a particular group of teaching is not allowing us to come out of it. The more and more you hear, smoothly you will come out. So give thought to what you have heard. Underline the verses I have given you. Have you underlined, noted down? What's the point? You'll forget it. You must keep a note with you. He is having. He will give you. Always keep a paper and pen and note down the ayahs I am giving you. Then only you can remind yourself. Today's class is enough for you? Huh? Any questions? Whatever Mansur Bhai asked, the question is clarified to you?
I was getting one question, but I got the answer.
Got the answer.
I wanted to ask, in the beginning, you started with the thing that energy, it comes to us only through taste, and we only have the mind, human beings. But the animals also, they have the energy, and they eat only how much when they're hungry, like we or tiger, lion. They just don't keep on eating the whole day. When they're hungry, they hunt, they eat, and that energy, the power is there with them.
When I have the power, the animal is there, the herd of deer, buffalo, everything come to the animal. It picks up one and doesn't store also, doesn't hunt everything.
Exactly.
But here they will wash out anything and everything. Even the acres and hectares of land they want, all for them, for one person.
That's what, so even the animals do have
the animals are guided by God. But here choice is given to you. Almost every power is given to you. You misuse it. abuse it also.
The auntie was an animal.
Yes, there was an animals. Any doubt? Read Psalm 189. Read. Seven 179.
And certainly we are created for hell. Many of the jinn and the men, they have hearts with which they do not understand. And
They have heart with which they do not understand. Underline, huh? They have eyes with which they don't see. They have ears with which they don't hear. They are like livestock, cattle. Rather, they are worse. You asked for it, and there it is. But they don't understand they are animals. They consider themselves human beings. That is the even worse part of it. And we take them as our leaders. That's even worse. So the rightful questions come from the conscience now. And the answer is already there. So these people are worse than animals. We take them as leaders, we are worse than those people. So we are bound to toil under the ruling of these people. Whatever you earn, it will go to animals, not for you. No taxes for animals, but you will be taxed for animals also. So we are worse than the worst creatures on the earth because we follow not Allah but this. So don't think about them, think only about Allah, you are saved. So don't listen to the news from the TV, don't read the newspapers. You remember Allah alone, the citation is there, rehearsal is there, the belief is there, Allah is with you, He is your only the Rabb of you, He is your master, He is your protector, the helper. Whom else you want? Why do you talk about the politicians and politics? The more you talk about the politics, you are worse than the politicians. The more you don't talk about them, don't listen to them, don't see the newspaper and listen to the news, TV news, you're definitely, your Lord is God, your Malik is God, your ruler is God. There is no God but Him. So from this moment onwards, don't read newspapers, don't listen to the news. You are worse than the worst creatures. For the fear we might lose altogether the contact with Allah. It is more than 12 years now since I have not read a newspaper. I have lost anything since 12 years that I have not read newspaper, news item. I don't know except Modi who is ruling the country. I don't know anyone else.
Tamil Nadu, you don't
I
know.
don't know who is that. I don't know. Sasikala is ruling the country. No idea. Thanks.
That's another question the guy asked a question. His name is Ahmad. Why did God create us? Why God created us?
அதுக்கு நேரம் சாகம். To remember Him, அதான் பேசுகிறோம். Why God created us to remember Him more and become a human being again. நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துக்காங்களா?
ஒரு நிமிஷம்